Hello, my dear gardeners. Morning in Carmody's garden. It is right now it's so peaceful and quiet. It is Saturday, so we don't have a lot of traffic. We do have some distant 95 road here, and it is loud sometimes, but today it's a joy to be outside. It's not as hot right now. We didn't have morning dew sometimes where I go outside and I like to walk on the grass with bare feet because that morning dew is so strong. But these days, for several days, we had strong weather here, high humidity, high temperature, and there is none of the dew. Everything is dryish. We deliberately, look at this, we deliberately didn't cut our grass. You see all the clover heads are raising up, which is fine. I don't mind that in the grass. But we didn't cut the grass just to let it live through these hot days. And we are hopefully at the end of them. So I'm looking at my patio and I'm going to work on it today with you, hopefully. I'm going to raise up the level of soil in pots. And what I'm doing during this heat wave, I'm watering my pots literally 3 times a day because look at this. Our patio is made, the top is made out of fake wood, which is great. Nothing needs to be done with it. It is really a great solution for the back patio here. Very long-lived. Looks like wood a little bit, but the only negative with it is that it gets really hot when the weather jumps into 90s. And recently we had 90-degree days, 96 yesterday. And I know Marilyn was laughing from me, the viewer of this channel, that she and her husband, they live a little bit more to the south. She was laughing that, oh, 90s is nothing. Well, for us here in Connecticut, 90s is a big deal. We don't know how to deal with 90-degree weather, 97. So anyway, so this fake wood heats up so badly here when the temperature jumps high. I cannot even sometimes stand on these planks with bare feet, and I love to walk bare feet in the garden. So look at my annuals here. I really worry about them. And when I check this soil in the morning, it is dry. So what I did last night, I watered it. Before going to bed, all the sources were filled with water. Look, it's bone dry. The soil here a little bit, no, it's dry too. Can you believe it? Yesterday I spent my mornings, early mornings, watering everything. Afternoon, I gave my most thirsty plants here in the back patio again some water, and for the evening I watered them again. And of course, some of the plants are not as thirsty. I wouldn't worry about my sedums. Look how lovely they look. I just love how they live year round on my patio, creating this beautiful green presence. But floss flower is very thirsty, so today I'm going to not only put a saucer underneath here. You see, I don't have a saucer here. There, that pot has it. And add a little bit of soil here. Look how dry, and the roots are exposed. It means that those roots are traveling far and about around, circling, looking for nutrients. And I do water my floss flower and all the pots on the back patio with fertilizer every 2 weeks. Doesn't look like it's enough, so I'm going to add a little bit of organic matter here. Whatever I have, either compost or aged cow manure. Let me see what I have in my stash. Fill it up a little bit more, give a little bit break to this soil, and water it with you. Also, look, the deadheading is needed. I'm going to take all sections out, shape these plants. I can see a lot of green, strong growth here. Just imagine all the evaporation happening on this back patio through these leaves. Oh my gosh, okay. And my rose, I will clean it up too. nicely shaped. Remember how small it was in spring? It bounced back. What do I see here? Who is this climbing a mountain? No, that was just a fly. Okay. And Japanese beetles are not touching this rose at all. Some of them are slightly eaten by Japanese beetles. Oh, this rose needs to be deadheaded too. So I'm going to do just that with you today, to have a peaceful morning garden day before the heat hits this area. And we have very cloudy conditions today, which is great. And have you seen this little fellow? Look at this Coreopterus. I barely water it. I don't pay attention to it. It fries on the sun, although it's not on the patio in the pot, it's in the soil, and nothing touches it. It goes through the heat of the day, happy to collect all the sun and drought, and thrives. Oh, how good that is. And it's going to bloom with blue flowers maybe in 2-3 weeks. I love this slightly variegated foliage, bleached by the sun a little bit. It's a nice bright spot here, this Coreopterus. Love it. It's a good place for this plant. If the whole section is aging, I'm going just to take all of it down. Yeah, like this one. So maybe I can take some unspent blooms into the house, something like this one. Maybe I will. These are aged. And my Coreopterus will be a little bit smaller temporarily, which is fine. It will send good strong shoots again and will bloom, continue its blooms. Yeah, this is not spent, so I'm going to put this in the vase. The same I did with my Lady and Queen of Sweden in the front. Some of the blooms I took inside the house, and we had a lovely time with them for several days. Okay, this one is spent. Okay. And it's good not to wait all the way to the end when all the blooms are old, because we don't want to take all of them at once out. And I definitely don't want my floss flower to be bare. All right, this one I will just take here out. Here we go. This way, instead of setting seeds, my plant will be ready to produce new blooms and keep going. All right, this is done. Very good. Now let me do another one. That floss flower is staying longer on the sun, so I have a lot of spent blooms there already, not as much here, only 1 or 2, which is nice. And look, remember I replanted Angelina sedum? It's already starting its blooming season, and all of them are looking so good here. And first cornflower is here. Hey, it opened its blooms. Those cornflower eyes, I call them, they are not long-lived, but they're so pretty. And I'm hopelessly loving blue and lavender color in the soil. Here is a nice pollinator. Let's take care of this one. And this floss flower looks like has a lot of spent blooms. Oh, the strength of these stems, so good. My sedum can live without a saucer. Unfortunately, I don't have enough of saucers. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? All right, here we go. And sedum needs to be rotated. Here we go. Okay, so as you know, I was hunting for these saucers because I want to have the same uniformal look. My pots are all of different colors, and I was thinking maybe if I buy saucers for all my pots in this green color from Job Lot, I would be able to unify this area, or at least make it not as all over the place. But they don't have it. I can't find them, so I'm short in saucers. So as a result, my sedum, which can live without a saucer, take all the heat and drought, but looks like floss flower can't. So I'm going to put it under, wash it though, and water it right away because that soil is so dry, and then I will fill all the pots. And as you know, I don't have watering system in my garden, so watering every day is probably taking me 20 minutes. But I turned that negative into positive, and I started to look at watering as the best relaxing part of my morning routine. So it really works now. And now I'm at the point that I don't even need to install any watering system, especially here at the back patio. Some friends of mine went as far as installing individual watering tube for every pot. Before watering and adding weight to this pot, I'm going to move it on the saucer, and hopefully that will make the whole of a difference. And I'm going to go around again, maybe twice, to get all the water gets absorbed. Make sure that all the water goes into the saucers. Saucers are filled, and my plants are hydrated for the day because it's going to be another hot day today. Oh, sun is out. My dusty miller is a pushy neighbor. Look at this, how it pushes my verbena, white verbena out. Let me deadhead my verbena because it's getting having too many spent blooms here. Let's shape this plant. That's the thing about pretty foliage, the foliage plants, which I have a tendency to like. You need to do nothing with them. They just grow and create this whatever effect. Right now Dusty Miller has nice silvery presence, and I like it. Although it's a little bit misbehaved in the pot. Not a good neighbor. All right, let's do another round. That sun is so strong. Oh, I spilled it. Okay. The sun is so strong. Oh my gosh. Hopefully this extra soil will bring not only nutrients into the pot, but also extra protection from evaporation. Maybe I should mulch it too. Well, we will see. All right, and this one, let's see how much this guy needs it. I'm spilling it. What's wrong with me? Come on, Olga. Let me wash this all out. All right, good. All sources are filled with water. Very good. And now sun is out on the porch, so let's get out of here and let's get into the shady back of the garden. Another very thirsty pot for me are these two were pots, as you know from my previous video. This pot shares two plants are sharing the pot, sweet potato vine and verbena, tall verbena. And oh boy, when sun here comes during the second part of the day, I do have to water second time around. So here, nice watering too. I do take care after these little seedlings emerging from the sides of my stones, because it's kind of dryish for them, and I weeded whatever I didn't need to. I left just several of them growing, and I do need to water them well. Here we are in the shade, and this is what I love about my garden. I can collect now all sorts of berries, and here we have gooseberry, and they are ripened, although I should put my gloves on because they are so thorny, and these thorns are not forgiving. Once they get you, oh boy, it hurts. Look, oh, all the gooseberries. Although I'm thinking I have quite a good harvest of them, so I didn't know what to do with them. They're quite sour because they're here in the shade, so they don't have that sweetness of the sun. So I called my mom in Ukraine. And it's so good to have mom who knows everything about gardening and canning and pickling and what to do with all the berries, because she grows it all. So I said, Mom, what do you do with gooseberries? And my mom said, not much, unfortunately. You can make a jam out of them. You need to add a lot of sugar. You can do a pie. My husband is asking me for a pie for 2 years already, and we never had a harvest big enough to do the gooseberry pie. Let's see how that goes. Maybe I can make it today and share with you what my husband thinks about it, or even if I am going to be successful with it. I'm not sure, because I never made gooseberry pie, and my mom never did. You know, my mom is like my backline. If I don't know what to do, I call my mom. Which is so sweet to have that connection with mom on another continent, right? Okay, this is not bad. Maybe I can do it without gloves, because gloves wouldn't have that precision to take all the berries out. And I do remember being a kid, one of our jobs was to deal with all the gooseberries, and my granny had probably 20 bushes like this on her property, and we had to do all the harvesting of gooseberries. So what did my granny do with them? I don't know what she did with them. I think she made gooseberry wine. Yeah, I think she was making gooseberry wine. That's why we never saw the results of our labor being kids. Of course, we would eat them and they would be very sweet. Maybe this variety is not. Unfortunately, I don't know. I have to research what variety of gooseberries this is. Definitely not making wine. We'll try to make a gooseberry pie.
This will be a good pie. I look forward to it.
Oh well. Let's see how that goes.
My father loved gooseberry pie.
Oh, I think that's it. Majority of the berries are still green,
There's
right?
some there. See?
Where? Oh yeah.
Right
Oh
there.
yeah, nice chunk.
Do you have enough to make a small pie?
I think so. That's a good amount,
Yeah.
right? All right, this is what we have. A nice harvest from the Carmody's garden.
Very good.
Will you promise to eat everything what I bake? Anything I bake?
will. Definitely will. You
Even
know.
if it's 100, not 100%.
Yes. I love it already. Just the thought of it I like. I haven't had a gooseberry pie in decades.
Oh my. All right. Off to baking.
Yes. Thank you.
Welcome to the gooseberry party. Look at this. So the recipe called for whole gooseberries without breaking the skin, so I was kind of skeptical about it. I'm still skeptical how these sour gooseberries, because gooseberries are very sour, and the recipe called for a lot of sugar, 1.5 cups to go into the filling to compensate for all that sugar. We will see Mr. Carmody, who is just behind the camera, our cameraman, is going to taste the gooseberry pie and let us know how it is. We really don't have a table here, you know? We should have just a little table here. I keep talking about it.
Hint.
Hint, hint. And put our, you know, all our little tea settings here instead of on the sofa, right? All right. Let's see how this goes.
It looks good. I knew they'd sort of soften up, and
Oh, you know what? It's very watery. Oh my!
it is.
It's a lot of juice inside. You know what? They ask for a 1/4 of a cup.
Yeah.
Hold
Well,
on.
whatever it is, I appreciate it right from the start.
They ask for a 1/4 of a cup of cornstarch,
Oh.
but
that's
it's
okay.
still a lot of.
It's okay. We have spoons.
Okay, you have to taste and see how it is.
Want to taste it?
Yeah, you go first. A lot of. What do you say?
Well,
I knew it.
no.
My husband is so polite. He will never say that it's bad. Let me try it.
It's good. No, it's sour. That's
It's
the nature of the gooseberry. It's sour,
It's called gooseberry soup.
but it tastes. It's all right. The crust is good. The crust
You know what?
is good, and you know what? The nature of. I'm not.
Let's see how my husband is frying here.
It's not bad. I like it. It's a
Honestly,
little bit
it's
sour,
not
but
bad.
It's not bad, honestly.
I thought it's worse.
Yeah, it's good.
That sour tart
Yeah,
taste is kind of
you
unusual.
like it? Like Sour
Yeah,
Patch.
but it's a good one. Yeah.
Andrew loves Sour Patch, but
It's not bad.
it's good.
And actually, it's very good.
Yeah.
I was skeptical about the amount of sugar, but it does need so much
Did you
sugar.
use the full amount?
No,
Okay.
a cup and a half. So I skipped a little bit.
How much?
I probably didn't add like maybe just over a cup I did,
Okay.
but it does need the whole amount. Yeah.
Yeah, but that is a lot of sugar. So, I mean, I guess they can adjust the recipe accordingly. If you want to go full sugar, it will be sweeter, but if you can tolerate a little bit more sour, you can go less sugar.
Well, anyway,
I like it. I appreciate it. And it's nice, something from the garden
yes,
that we're enjoying.
that's the biggest part.
And it's your first attempt,
Ooh,
you know?
happy gardening.
Yes. Thank you, babe.